Pro Bowl is
The game.
Yeah, Steel City Sports World back in the house. Thank everybody for tuning in. I'm your host, Luther Dupree. Got a packed house. We had Claudio. He just dipped out for a minute. He'll pop back in. We got Ralph, RW Media. We got Bubs, a.k.a. Fillmore. Big Rome in the house. What's going on, fellas?
What's
All right.
happening, Kevin?
we
Man.
good over here, man. Love and
Hey,
light.
how's everything?
Oh, man, there's so much stuff we got going on.
Yes, we are.
So we'll hit all the topics, but there's a couple things I wanted to go first. I thought Claudio had something, but I'll go first, and we'll pop him back in as he gets tapped back in. Claudio, you back with us? You good?
I'm back. I don't know what the heck going on.
During pre-game, it was all good. As soon as we get the show going, you popped out. So
that's the way it works.
That's how it works. Well, what do you have for us in the huddle up? Let's let you go first.
All right. Pirates 30 games left. They're 7.5 games out of the third playoff spot. Wild card. They got to do something. The New York Mets 1973, you got to believe, right? They got to do something. They have to make a run for it. They can't just pack it in. They have to turn it up. They have to go all in. What did I say? Air it out. I said it on a Ralph show, air it out. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen. Okay. The other teams have injuries too. The other teams have problems too. You know, they have to jump San Diego, which they have a shot to sweep them. Then they're playing St. Louis next. They could put a dent in things, but they have to have the right attitude. And Kelly has to not worry about analytics or what some kid with a crew cut in a backpack has to say. Go by gut. Whoever's pitching well, keep them in. Get a solid lineup in. These guys are young men. Keep them in. Taught you're playing. Whoever might, get them the hell out. Don't worry about, okay, you have 40 pitches. Get them out. This is the end of the year. Go for the playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to do it, but at least have the attitude to go do it. Heart and hustle can come to the ballpark every day. Every day. And hey, who knows if they make a run for it, they would be the talk of baseball. And then you would forget about all the stupid stuff that's happened this year. I would say this. We have 30 games left. We're 0-0. I would say we're 2-0. We beat San Diego. We're 2-0. Okay, let's go for 24 wins, 25 wins. Just put it up. What's it going to kill? I told you years ago. I told my guys after 2 straight conference championships, we got a little bit of a funk. Short season, you can't do that. I said, look, we have to win 8 games, straight games to make the playoffs. And the guys, how are we going to do that? I said, well, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. They broke the huddle. They said elephants. We won 5 games in a row. We didn't win 8, but we gave it a hell of a run. These guys have to give it a hell of a run. 30 games, go all in. Somebody said the greatest feeling in the world is to lie exhausted in victory. The second greatest feeling in the world is to lie exhausted in defeat. Leave it out on the field. Give it a shot. See what happens. I doubt they'll do that, but give it a shot.
All right,
Claudio, we need you in the dugout because that got me hype. I'm ready to see what an elephant tastes like. I'm ready.
You know what, though, Fillmore? And I appreciate that, but I also appreciate you saying that because that means that you bought into it. That means that you would go out there and leave it out on the field. Okay. But if you have guys that kind of look around, I had one kid that didn't, he looked right through me. He didn't give a damn. Of course, that's why wasn't any good, in my opinion. You want guys who believe in you, who buy into your system, who buy into what you say, and who believe in dreams and believe in goals and go after it, like you just said. And if they have that type of player, okay, then they got a shot. Let's see what happens.
Claudia, you've been pushing this all year, man. Stick a fork in those boys. I told you that the year. Don't put no pride, don't put no money into these guys. You'll be lucky. I said 82-80. And it looks like my money's gone.
You're right.
had a chance, but we didn't. Real quick,
You're right.
we got Destiny. Salute. Who the Goat is in there? What's up? Who to go? We got Underground in the house. What's up, Underground? How you doing, brother? Make sure you give us a call. We got the number going for us. Listen, I want to talk about something. We had the San Francisco owner that got caught up from boss to jail. Not enough noise is being made about this guy, man. I mean, listen, if it was somebody else, listen, he must not have the money that Robert Kraft. All his stuff got erased. The tape didn't get out. We know it was on video. This guy, had to go to jail and everything, man. It's just embarrassing. We know how much he paid, where he was at. It's just embarrassing that has come out. But I think it needs to be put on blast, man. He needs to be put out there. Just embarrassing. You're an owner. You get caught up in a prostitution sting, $140, and the man just there to invest. Embarrassing. I want this man embarrassed, and I'm going to keep talking about it. Just like I'm going to keep talking about the boys for Penn State. Because if it was someone else, they would keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep talking about it. These guys have to be embarrassed. You can't keep sweeping this stuff under the table. So. I had to put that out there. But I did want to get into some positive things. There's a couple guys in the WPIAL that'll be playing over the weekend. And a couple freshmen already, All-American team, Matt Sag from Fort Sherry. They're putting him on a freshman All-American team. Pitt had a chance. They laid out the carpet, but West Virginia gave him way too much money, and he's there. And also, Jay Timmons from Pine Richland. Is going to be at Ohio State. He's also on a freshman All-American team. So those are two guys that you have to look out for. Very exciting to see both of those guys play. Make sure you check out West Virginia, Matt Sag, and Jay Timmons at Ohio State. So definitely was proud to see both of those guys make it. And just a real quick shout out to KDK at Big Rome School at the Wolverina. I want to give a couple predictions. Bishop Canavan is going to be playing UPrep. I love UPrep. They won the city last year, but I think Bishop Canavan is going to beat them in a nail biter in the first game. Central Catholic against Bergen Catholic. I was saying Central had a chance, but Bergen Catholic is loaded. But I'm gonna go with Central, man. Every time they stepped up to a bigger school, they folded. I think they could finally do it. They have 5 offensive linemen. They average 6'5", 290 to 300 pounds. I think they could do it. Westinghouse, Hickory. Westinghouse, a lot of juniors and seniors this year. They lost the city championship for the first time in 3 years. Fillmore's old school. I think they beat Hickory. I think they get them by at least 15, 20. Clareton Farrell, I think that's going to be the game of the whole classic. But I think Clareton –
man, that's going to be a dog fight there.
That's going to be a dog fight. McLaren's going to do it. I love what Wade is doing over there. They have another athlete, Brandon Murphy, tough wide receiver. We're going to get him on the show, interview him. And Woodland Hills and Newcastle is going to be a good game as well. I think Woodland Hills may be able to squeeze that out at home. They have to be able to beat Newcastle. They're 5A. Newcastle is 4A. They better be able to win that or they could be in trouble in their division. So those are my high school predictions. So we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that, Underground. Make sure you give us a call, 412-530-5063. Let me know if you agree with any of my predictions and if you agree with Claudio on what he says. Looks like we lost Ralph. Hopefully he'll pop back in a little bit. But let's get into what we wanted to talk about first. And we'll go forward. All right. Hating on a new Peabody. No, I'm not hating on him. Underground, I ain't hating on a new Peabody. I just think Canavan might get him in the first game. I still have him going to the championship. I just think Westinghouse is a little more loaded this year. I think UPrep lost a receiver. They lost some players, and Westinghouse is a little more mature. You agree, Fillmore? They got
right, because last year is it was a kind of like a a coming of age year for some of the younger guys. They lost a lot after the two state championship game teams. So this year they have a lot more maturity coming through. So like you said, a lot of those were sophomores last year. They're now juniors. Yeah, they're going to be a tougher team.
Absolutely.
Oh shoot! Hey, my brother texted me. McKeesport played Brashear on Friday.
Oh,
my brother just texted me. Yeah.
We can't talk about that one. They might bust the scoreboard on Brashear. Keymore Spell, I'm predicting now Keymore Spell may break the all-time rushing record and touchdown record that game. I don't like that game for Brashear.
No, it's going to go ugly. Yeah.
Keymore Spell is the number one running back in maybe all of high school football. He's going to Georgia, and he might set the record that game. Heavy dose of Keymore Spell, maybe 700 yards, 7 touchdowns type of situation. It could get that ugly. But
yeah,
let's jump into this Jets game. It was ugly, 17-0. I don't remember the last. They haven't scored in a preseason game. Will Howard was bad. Drew Allure wasn't much better. Offensive line was pitiful. Let me let you guys go first. Ralph, your thoughts on that. I'll let you go first.
Then one thing I will give the Jets credit for, their defense was very aggressive in this game. I mean, if you take a look at them, their defense, they were right there at the ball. No matter what they were on top of everything. They were just right there. I mean, Aaron Glenn this year in his second year as a head coach, I'm not saying he's going to perform miracles, but from what I saw here, this was just, like you said, pitiful offensive performance, but their defense was very aggressive. I mean, from what I looked at, what I saw here. And to shut the Steelers out on a West Coast offense, you know what I mean? And Broderick Jones just kept letting people through, and it was just a bad game, just a bad night in the office, as they would say.
Yeah, ugly game.
Yes.
The offensive line was very bad. And I tried to tell everybody this offensive line was going to struggle. Of course, a lot of these sets, the Jets had, 7, 8 in the box. And if Aaron Rodgers is in there, he's probably going to check out of that run play and into a pass. But still, this offensive line has not opened up any holes in 2 games. Big Rome, your thoughts on this as we recap this a little bit.
I think the main points to take away is that the offensive line is still a work in progress. The right side of the offensive line was not what they expected. They expected a little more out of the people who they had in there. Max O'Connor is coming back, and word around the campfire is that he might start next week or tomorrow.
Ooh.
So we need that. We need a shakeup at that lineup. The people who they thought they was in there who was going to be mainstays until the rookies come up and get better, they haven't produced. And I think that Max O'Connor, eventually he'll become the player that he's supposed to be. As far as the interceptions and stuff like that, we just replayed one just right now where he threw a couple interceptions, but on both of the plays, the wide receiver kept on floating up the field, and instead of just breaking and cutting inside over there, and he could have had a play on the ball. So those are 2 mistakes that Wilson has been doing ever since his whole career. He just seems like every time he gets in a ball game, he gets to floating, and he doesn't do what he needs to get done. So his defense isn't his routes isn't translating once again. So we got work to do. We're deep 3 at wide receivers, but our top 2 wide receivers didn't play. Our offensive line, we shook it up. We still need to mold a little bit over there. So we have some work to do. I don't know what we're trying to do in this 3rd game over here, but it was a little disappointing that we wasn't able to put any points up on the board.
Absolutely. But, we'll get to this question earlier. All right, Phil, what you got on this?
Well, for all old school people that had a just a court phone with the numbers on it, back before they had 7 digits. Um, it was only seven. It wasn't 10. It was only 7 digits. Um, Broderick Jones couldn't block you with a star 82, man. Couldn't do
Oh,
it. So it just wasn't happening. He has a weird underhanded technique. I don't know. He might be on a chopping block. But the O line is the story of everything. It truly is. Without an O line, no one's going to survive. There's no quarterback mobile enough in the Steelers' arsenal right now to be able to buy time with a bad offensive line. Rodgers no longer has the mobility. He's north of 40. Okay. We all know what that's like. When you're north of 40 and you fall, your body vibrates for a long time. Okay. So he's not trying to hit the ground in the AFC North. He's going to have to throw the ball quickly. Without that, they're not going to have. They can't run the ball with no O line, so therefore they're going to be jumping routes. They're going to be playing the box tight. I don't care if you got Chris Carter, Jerry Rice, Megatron, AB, Tim Brown. Don't care if the O line's trash. You ain't getting that ball off. That's the story. I'm not the defense. I'm actually impressed with. I'm okay with the defense. I'm okay with the secondary. The pass rush. I just need them to pay JPJ. But once that happens, hopefully that happens. Who knows? But I'm not that concerned with the defense. I'm concerned with the O line and the defense having to be on the field so long they're going to get wore out. That's my prediction right now because I can't see a fix. I just don't see it. So I'm disappointed in that.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely was a disappointment. And we got the Bills coming up. Let's see. We got a PH in here. Okay, salute. All right, we got Bob Steele. Everybody thinking Green Bay head coach X. That's bad mojo. Not bigotry, but they seem too white now. What? Okay, I don't care. Still is fighting for who the ghost said still is fighting for third place in AFC North. Come on, I don't see that.
You know who their quarterback is over there? He over there calling Mr. York right now to the digits over there. He trying to catch fleas too.
We gotta see. Hey, we got Mark on the line. Mark.
Oh,
Mark.
Yeah. Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir. Hey. What's happening, guys? How's everybody doing today?
Good. All right.
Mark.
Hey, listen, I just have a couple of quick questions where I can throw them out there and then I'll get off the line and get you guys to respond. First of all, I mean, there's still a game. Why don't I feel the intensity? And maybe it's a preseason game, but it just seems like they were just out there to kind of get along, go along. And I get that, save your body for the regular season. Secondly, I just think no matter what way you shape it, the depth chart within the quarterbacks is average at best. And there's just nobody there explosive enough, in my opinion, who can come off the bench and make something happen. And so I'm thinking if these guys could just get out of this season without any major injuries, I think it'd be, kind of a miracle. My impression of the coach so far, I think he's an X and O's guy that hasn't been able to translate it to the players. Everybody's just playing. Nobody's really on fire for him, in my opinion. And so when that happens, these guys it's another day at the office. They just play. Secondly, later on down the road, is it time that those of us who are, you guys who are sports enthusiasts, and I'm just a follower, begin to help transition high school football into flag football? The reason why I say that, the new study that came out and said that 1/4 of the NFL players that retired and they donated their bodies to research had that what you call it, that head injury.
TTE.
And yes, and the tragedy behind it is the NFL is still sweeping it under the rug. There is nothing that I'm aware of where they acknowledge it, special account. Hey, we are well aware of it. You play with us, you sign on. If you get it, we're going to take care of you, your family, your health for the rest of your life, whatever. There's none of that. And so I just think in light of some of those things, is it also something that we should begin to talk about playing along the side of regular hard contact football, an opportunity to learn and grow with flag football or either soccer, something that is less contact with the head injuries. And I just think about that all the time now that this information is out. I'm just curious to see what you guys think about it. Hey, man, listen, I'll hang up and I'll listen to your response. I appreciate what you guys are putting out. And at some point, can you talk about the Steelers in terms of hometown connection? Who's here from local hometown Western PA that made it to the team? I know about the two guys, I think, from one guy from Mount Lebanon, the other guy from Pine Richland. I think I know about them. But is there anybody else here? Is there anybody else in the NFL? Thank you. I'll hang up and listen, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh, Mark, always appreciate that. All right. Well, first, I don't think tackle football is going anywhere. It's here to stay. Although flag football is making a bigger name, you see it's going to be in the Olympics in 2028. So that's going to be big. But I don't think tackle football is ever going anywhere. But more people will be playing flag football. As far as locally, Eli Hattenwright from Mount Lebanon came through the Navy. He's trying to make the team. Jaquan Brister from Gateway and Penn State, a safety. He's on the team as well. Those are two local guys that'll be. And, of course, Joey Porter Jr., he's on the team now. He doesn't have a contract. Well, he has a contract. He's still on his rookie deal. There's talk. Will they sign him? Will they trade him? He's from North Hills, of course, Joey Porter Jr.'s son. Not North Hills.
Cam Hayward was born in Pittsburgh.
Well, according to Jim, he moved to Atlanta, so we can't claim him. Jim wouldn't claim him, but yeah, he definitely has roots here as well. And I think we got everybody, right? I don't think I missed anyone currently. But I don't think tackle football is going anywhere. You guys have any thoughts on that?
No, I don't think so either.
Why did people go see Evel Knievel? Some people went to go see him make the jump. Some people wanted to see him crash. Okay, boxing. Go ahead and put headgear on a heavyweight championship fight and see what happens. People don't want to see it, and plus we're so accustomed. Football is fabric of America. Everybody loves football. But no, I don't. But yeah, they're doing an Olympic thing, but I don't think it's going to ever come close to taking over tackle football. I don't agree with him having 17 games. That I didn't like, but
Okay.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. But what you will begin to see, is big names coming up later in football, because there will be parents like, you're playing flag football until you're 12, 13, 14. When you get into high school, you play tackle. So we're going to start seeing
that's a good
names
point.
come out of nowhere, but it's not going anywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Rome,
they make too much money with it. I mean, it's everyone loves watching tackle football, and they make a lot of money, so it's not going anywhere. If they're going to add to it, add flag football to it. That's just more money they can make. Add that to that. It's not going anywhere at all. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's something that I've never thought of in my life before. That's something like that will never occur. But I wanted to get back to him talking about McCarthy and the fire or lack thereof in the game over here. We don't have those kind of players playing right now. We got a lot of people. I take it to the point where it feels like it's like it feels like school. This is what this looks like because we got so many young people playing at this point.
Great
Most
point.
of our team is pretty young, but the people that have tenure on this team over here, none of them are playing. So you're not going to get the same energy that you would from, say, a preseason game 3 or 4 years ago. Everybody's sitting down. A lot of these people are young, especially the quarterback. So they're going to have the type of, and even our backup quarterback, who has like 6, 7, 8 years in the league, isn't even playing. So we're not going to get that kind of energy, at least on offense, where we're going to get that fire and brimstone, if you will. But
Excellent.
I don't take too much into accord with that. It's a teaching session. They have to learn how to play with the live bullets flying, and that's all it is to this point. We'll get into the fire in a couple weeks, and that's what I'm anticipating. But
Rome's great, excellent point. And Fillmore made some good points before, and Rome made some good points before that. Excellent points. And I agree with you 1,000% with what you just said. I wouldn't look at the exhibition as far as they lost 17-0. I would look at Roman Wilson's performance and Broderick Jones's performance.
Absolutely.
To be honest with you, and you also want to see, who's standing out. Okay, as an individual. And I'm sure, like I said, the fans want to see them win, and I get that. But, I'm going to jump around here. What Fillmore said about the offensive line, I've been saying that for years. The offensive line is the most important position on the field because if the offensive line is great, the quarterback has time to throw to receivers, right? And it helps the running game. And if the running game is good and the offense is good, it keeps the defense off the field. I mean, it just is connected to everything. So that I'm always worried about that. And Rome had fantastic points about the fire and brimstone. It's a different ball game now, and he hit it on the head, which I didn't really think of it like that, but it's a great point. This is like school. It's teaching. It's learning. It's the new X's and O's. So you're not going to see everybody getting all fired up because it's a new system, new everything. So again, great point. I don't think it's anywhere near to panic or anything like that. Once Aaron Rodgers is there, once the starters are there, Metcalf and everybody else, and you get Porter back and Watt and everybody, it'll be a completely different ball game. And the good thing is, like Luther had mentioned on Ralph's show, the early schedule helps. It's not a difficult. It's like they're playing Kansas City and Buffalo and all that right off the bat. But so I wouldn't worry. I still think they're going to win the division. And I think they're going to execute fine. But the only thing that I worry about, as I do every year, is the offensive line. And Broderick Jones, he's lost weight. He gained weight. He lost weight. New technique, this, that, new coaching. It just doesn't seem like it's working. He could be a problem. Now, the rookie, I always mispronounce.
Max Anacore.
Yeah, I like him. And Rome, again, made a great point. The young bucks are going to come up, and you got to be hungry. And if they're hungry, for me personally, as a college coach, when I was a college coach, I didn't care if you were a freshman, sophomore, junior, whoever is good. If you're playing and you're hungry and you want it and you're good, play. I could care less. If you're a rookie and you're good, play. If you're a 20-year veteran and you're executing and you're playing, good. So I'm with Rome. I put him in there. Start him next week, see what he does, get his feet wet, and take a chance. What do you have to lose? Right now, the offensive line isn't great. He's a big man, okay? And I think it'd be smart to put him in there.
You can't do any worse than Dylan Cook has been doing.
Oh my gosh, Dylan Cook. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, human turnstiles. That's what they are. human turnstiles.
Yeah. Hey, Frank Jackson, he says Broderick's a bust. Cut that bum. Okay, Frank.
It's looking like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is.
Roman Wilson needs cut.
Well, Luther, I got to interrupt. You said this earlier on Ralph's show, and I saw it as well. When that and Rome, again, with the bad routes, he didn't go after that guy after the pick. Yeah. To me, it was right there on video. I mean, I would definitely say something to him. He's doing the same thing. He was at the first couple of weeks of training camp. Everybody, man, he's the hot guy. He's looking great. He's looking great. But then after the national anthem, I'd trade him. Luther, you said that earlier. Trade him now before he gets exposed more, and you keep getting less and less for him.
Yeah, I would rather them make mistakes now, guys, because it's the preseason, and let's fix the mistakes now before the regular season starts and we have egg on our face. That's what I would like to see the
And
Steelers
that's where
do.
Rome's
Yes.
point. This is school. This is school
Yes,
class.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
And look, at some point, I might mess around and be like Smoking Jim and be like, hey, you know what, Darnell Washington, go at right tackle, man. Just go at right tackle because I don't know, you're better than the rest.
They don't have anybody. You're right, Fillmore. They have nobody.
Listen, he's
Don't you
not
think
like-
he could be a bigger asset as a yards after catch guy?
Yeah, you could try that. Remember, they tried that against the Bears last year, and that defensive end ate his lunch.
Ate him up. He sure did. He tore him up. He tore him up.
He can help out and block, but you can't. He's not a tackle.
Right.
And-
He's a good assistant left tackle. He's a good
he
assistant.
can
Yeah.
stand,
Right.
He can move a line
Exactly.
out here and there, but there's a clear difference. Hey, we got
That's
LD
right.
on the line. LD.
LD.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Good to
Hello.
hear from you.
Oh,
Hey, what's
LD.
happening?
I'm enjoying the show. I
Thank you.
got a couple comments.
Yes, sir.
You guys know I think they should sign Joey Porter. And one thing about their game last week, the Jets to me were just more physical than the Steelers.
Yeah, thank you. I said that earlier. Yes, thank
They
you.
were hungry, yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Usually a Steeler team, even if they're not that good, they're still physical. I didn't see it last week. What do you guys think?
I
LD,
agree.
do you think it was because – I'm sorry, Luther, go ahead.
No, I agree. They were playing not to get hurt. That first drive, Geno Smith went down like he was playing 7-on-7. I mean, nobody came close. The easiest 20-yard touchdown you'll see. So yeah, they weren't playing. They weren't playing physical at all. I agree 100%, LD.
But do you think the Jets were hungrier because they have more open positions?
That could be. And, we don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Glenn. Management up there, they like to fire coaches like we change our clothes.
I think if they would lose 17-0, if they would go 0-3 in the exhibition, it's a lot different them doing that than the Steelers or Buffalo or somebody like that, because there's more openings. There's more, let's like that is the fire and brimstone what Rome was talking about. So I think both organizations right now are in different spots, LD. Again, to Rome's point, and I hope Mrs. Rome is listening because I've been complimenting the hell out of her husband. But I think that the organizations are just in two different spots. But that's a good, a good comment on your end, LD. They were more physical for sure, but maybe it's because they have more open spots. And hey, I need a job. I need to get that position.
And also, Aaron Glenn is already on the hot seat.
Which is
he's
crazy.
these aren't just preseason games for him. This is, this might be it for him. So
which is crazy.
Like a preseason. He's not treating it like a preseason. He knows every game could be his last.
That's what he said.
That's right.
That's what he said too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be multiple things. If you're on a hot seat, are you going to play vanilla? Or are you going to put a little? Are you going to put a little extra spices in there?
Right.
That's right.
You might pay for that in the regular season if you expose too much. But if
I used the Ray Rhodes thing when he was in Philadelphia, and I remember he played the Steelers in a game, and he said, this game is important for us to get started with the season. We got to win the preseason. And he got fired after that season because he had a bad season there in Philadelphia. And he made that comment, Ray Rhodes. So,
I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say two things real quick. One, JPJ would be signed if Tomlin was here. Full stop. Also, man, look, we know that they did not tackle much in the training camp, so that mentality is probably not on the forefront of an offensive-minded coach like Mike McCarthy.
Right.
Go ahead, Rome.
Good point.
One thing I was going to say too, that we're still installing. Everything on this team is brand new.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't I won't give him any excuses for not flying around, because you can still fly around if you know the playbook. If you're still thinking out there, like I said last week, you're not going to fly around as fast because you're doing more of this and less reacting.
Less reactive.
Yes.
Great point.
I'll say that to say this. You should know to a certain point already, if we are playing vanilla, to be able to fly around just a little bit faster, to land them hits a little bit faster. But nobody knows anything, so I wasn't too high last week, even though it was nice to see. I'm not going to be too low this week because maybe they installed something that they didn't exactly catch yet. Everything is all brand new. Once this thing gets to rolling, by week 4, week 5, that'll tell you everything you need to know as far as this offense. But season
Right.
2, week 2, it is preseason stuff, man. Nothing surprises me at this point, other than Broderick Jones.
Yeah.
Why has he surprised you? I mean, he's been bad his whole career.
Yeah, he has.
He's still on the field.
It should be surprising if he's good.
He's still on the field.
I'm surprised that he's still playing. That's a surprise.
Yeah, buddy.
Because like Alejandro Villanueva, he's a human turnstile. So if once you start seeing that, and I take pride in that, I seen homeboy out there and I looked at him specifically on a couple plays. You're doing things with people that lack talent. You've been playing in the NFL for 3 to 4 years. You should not still be making these mistakes. You should not be able to sink your hips down and slide your feet. He's overextending. He's turning his body, and he's literally going to get his quarterback killed.
Well, remember too, Big Rome, he didn't play that many games in his college career. I mean, what did he play? 8 games total? I mean, in his senior year. So, he's not that seasoned. I mean, to begin with.
But
so, I mean,
I think
he's coming from college. If this was his first year, maybe his second year, cool.
Yeah,
right.
He's on year 4. And he's making mistakes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's making rookie mistakes. Yeah,
he's making mistakes for somebody who never played football before.
And, mental mistakes at this point. So
you know what I think it is with him. I don't think it's for the lack of effort. I think he's working hard. I just don't think he has it.
Yeah, and then
lack of confidence in the injury. Yeah,
the neck injury and the weight. I mean, it's just a bad. It's a bad.
Oh yeah.
I hate to say that, but some guys, they work hard. They try different. He gain weight, lose it, different mechanics, different technique, and it's still the same thing. Maybe he just isn't good enough.
If it's a mental thing, because what I'm seeing right there is a problem with his mechanics. And if you're at year 4 and you're still making mechanical issues, that's a mental thing, and he ain't got it. If you're
exactly,
he got to go.
Well, is it because of different? For example, if it was a new offensive coordinator every year, all right, or a different quarterback coach every year who teaches different mechanics, is his offensive line coach maybe teaching different mechanics than the previous one, and they got so much jumbled in his head? Could that be it?
I see the same mechanics.
He had Pat Meyer for 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
he might not have the capacity, and that within itself is a problem. But the fact remains is that at week 4, if it's year 4, if you don't know how to sink your hips and slide, get run over. That lets me know that you're in position, but you don't have the strength to take on the block. But if you're overreaching and you're turning your hips instead of moving your feet, that is a technique issue that you haven't conquered in 4 years, and that's terrible by any stretch of imagination. If I get at it, if I go and start playing football right now, and in a year's time, in 2 years' time, I know how to shake my hips and move my feet, I might not be able to get to the spot, and that's one thing if somebody runs around me. But at the same time, if your technique is solid, 6 or 7 chances out of 10 you're going to make the block.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, and also, too, guys, like I said, he had Pat Meyer for 3 years as his offensive line coach. So Pat Meyer should have taught him something as to how to play offensive line for this team,
Hey, LD, you still with us?
Yes, I have one question before I go.
Sure.
What do you guys think of the Steelers' running game, and who do you think the starting running backs will be for the Steelers? I'm going to hang up and listen.
Hey, thanks for the call, LD. It's always a pleasure when you call in.
Thank you.
LD, I think the running game has been non-existent these first two games, mainly because of offensive line. But I think it's going to be Jaylen Warren to start off with, and I think it should be. I think he deserves to start like he did last year. But it's a struggle. I told you, I've been saying it all since we've been doing the show. Switching 4 linemen like this was going to be a disaster. I didn't like it. It's like starting 4 new linemen, and we're seeing the problems with it right now. And teams haven't even started doing stunts and doing all the things they're going to do in the regular season. So it's going to be a work in progress at least the first 8 games. I don't like it, and I think the offensive line is going to struggle for a long time. But I think
you can't shove a square peg into a round hole. That's
these guys are learning new positions, new schemes, and everything. I think it was a bad move by McCarthy.
I don't care if they got Tim Worley, Barry Foster, or Chris Fuamatu Mafala. No one's getting through that line, okay? No one's running against that line. No one's running with it. No one's being successful. I don't care who's behind it.
You left out Bam Morse.
Bam, Willie Pegram. I left out Willie Pegram.
And Pegram too.
They will run on that grass, though. That's for sure. But you guys, Big Rome, any thoughts? Anybody think Rico's going to get the start?
No.
I wouldn't appreciate it if he did. I think that homeboy earned it. I think that the way it should have been is the way the person who came into this team, who's been on this team, he should start. He has to play with the people who's on the field. I think that he deserves it. As far as the running attack, it all starts up front, just like you said. I think the left side will be good. I think the right side is going to have problems, but I haven't been out to Latrobe, so I haven't seen them in action with everybody on the field. None of this means nothing to me because we haven't seen the whole entire team at its apex at this point yet, unless you see a couple clips from Latrobe. None of the starters at the wide receiver has been on the field. Our right side is terrible. You can bring 8 people in a box if you don't have your if you don't have your top 2 wide receivers and your top 2 quarterback and your top quarterback on the field. That dictates the defense right there. So whatever we've seen is nothing because we're not getting a full effect of what we got to bring to the table, even with our deficiencies on the offensive line.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right. Claudio, I don't think you weighed in on
As for the running game is concerned, with the first thing that hit me, again, I always go back, 1984 when Kurt Warner for the Seattle Seahawks got hurt, and he was a superstar. He got hurt. Knox used a guy named David Hughes, David Bornick. Okay, Franco didn't work out. 2 guys that, and John Williams, who later played for the Steelers, fullback. He had those 3 guys, and they had great season. They had a great season. Why? Because the offensive line was good. In other words, if you have a great offensive line, you can have average running backs, and they're going to do pretty good. Okay, but if the offensive line is average, then your average backs are going to be less than average. If that makes sense. Okay. A good offensive line, you'll have a great running back.
You make a good point, Claudio. Yes.
Thank you. I'm hoping that the offensive line is good, and Warren should start. I like Dowdle, but I think I'm not crazy about the backs. Okay, I don't think they have a guy. Again, I'll be 62 here next month. I like the guys who carry the ball 25 plus times a game. I don't think they have a guy who's going to carry the ball 25 plus times a game consistently. Then you say, well, maybe Dowdle will get 10. Warren will get 15. But some guys, they don't hit that stride till carry 16, 17, 18, 19. So I hate saying we'll wait and see, but you're going to have to wait and see what they have. But it all starts with that offensive line.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to weigh in on this before we go to the next topic? All right, cool. All right, so as we look at this 50-man roster, Broderick Jones, is he getting cut?
I think
hope
so.
Anybody think he's going? Would you say, bro?
I don't think that we can unless we find a replacement for him. You just can't pull anybody up off the street. And if we
have to wait. We have to wait till training camp's over and find out who's available. There could be some free agents out there that we might be able to get lucky and find.
That's the key right there. We got to see who we can pick up.
Yeah.
Because nobody on this field at this point has been able to shore up anything on that right side.
100%
We got
true.
Max Okonkwo coming up, and hopefully he'll be able to do something. And we got Duggar. He's healthy again. So we're hoping that between Duggar and Okonkwo, between them two, they can make a semblance of somebody over there that can do it. But who do we replace him?
You giving up on Dylan Cook already on the right side?
I haven't seen much. Like trying to observe the whole entire offensive line, it almost seems like somebody just pops through. And that's the thing that picks up my mind. So
McCollum, he didn't do any good either. Ryan McCollum, he was terrible too.
Rome, do you think that Duggar and Max, their enthusiasm, their hunger, will kind of mask some of the lack of experience?
I think that when you talk about offensive lines, the left side has to be proficient because it's the backside on being able to pass block. That's my mentality when I think of the left side. So you got all-star center, you have a pretty good left guard, and you got a really good left tackle. They got to get
you're saying you're that sold on Troy Fautanu at left tackle?
Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. It just takes time. That's cool that you're not, though, but I'm telling you what I feel.
What is he?
Like I said,
first game he was struggling pretty bad.
What did I tell you last week? I told you that it takes time. He's been sitting on the right for 2 years. He's going to take set, but he has the talent to do it. That's the problem that we're not seeing right now.
He does. He does have the talent to do it.
He has the talent to be able to do it. He just needs time. What you're waiting on is 2 whole games. You're waiting on two. You're waiting on two.
Can you really rely on him and say he's a good?
I said that he has the talent. All he needs is time. You're going through 2 preseason games, and you're just making it seem like, okay, those 2 season games, this is the first 2 times that he played on that left side with the bullets flying on a whole new thing. He's been playing on the right side for like 4, 5, 6 years, bro.
And not number one defensive ends and linebackers, because you go against.
We had a number 2 overall defensive end who was playing last week, and he was doing this thing last week. So I say that to say this before we get off track. I think that give him a couple games, like I said, by game 4, you'll see what he's about. And I think he got some talent. The right side is the guys who can run block. Now you got Duggar, who could just pull his head down and run because that's what he does. He's a good run blocker. And Okonkwo is big enough to be a good run blocker as well. So as long as they got help with the chip blocks on that right side, when it comes to pass protection, we could take this together. We got to wait a month to see how it's all going to mold out.
Yeah, and don't forget about that free agent guy we signed from Dallas that McCarthy signed that played for McCarthy a few years down in Dallas.
Right.
Yeah, don't forget about him.
He's a death piece. If he's playing a lot of plays, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him, so I don't know. You know.
But depth is necessary for the O line, and I do think Troy Fautanu is the more talented. I'm taking Zach Frazier out the equation. Okay, I'm just talking about guards and tackles. I think he's the most talented that we have at the blocker spot. But it's like in business, they call it promoted to ignorance. He was great on the right side. That's where his talent excelled at. They put him on the left side. He just became ignorant. Not saying he's not talented. He still has a talent. It's just that's not his side. He got promoted to a place that he should not be. And I think they should have left him on the right side. But going with the Bills and Steelers review, the Bills, I think they're going to expose the O line as they still trying to piecemeal the Steelers security there. I need to see Drew. I don't have confidence in Drew. The first game, everyone said he did great, but he did great against people that we were not going to see play on Sunday. I will want him to. I don't have confidence in him still. I want him to see him to do more. He plays quarterback like he's a football player, not like he's a quarterback. I want to see more from him. I do want to see the offensive line do something in the running game. I think our running backs have the talent, but I want to see him being able to at least get 3 yards without being hit first. I want to see that. I want to see the corrections in Roman Wilson, flattening out routes when you're doing in cuts. I want to see comeback routes. I want to see him come back. I want to see Jeremy Bernard to show what he showed the first game. I want to see him out there. I want to see his special teams do good coverage on punts and things like that. So, and I want to see who's hungry enough to make this roster. Who's going to be a depth piece on the middle linebackers. Who's going to shine for that, because we've been missing solid middle linebacker play for the past 3-4 seasons.
Yes, we have. Yes, it's been bad. Yes.
So I want to see that. We already know what's going to happen on the edges. We know that than any of the people up front on defense. I need to know them depth pieces, and also the safety position, because we had a lot of injuries last year. I don't know if Deshaun Elliott's 100%, and I'm glad we got Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. All right, we have a couple, Frank. We see points. Will Howard needs to stop staring down Wilson. Okay. Got to see the wide receiver. Okay, make some plays. Got you. All right. Claudia, what do you want to see before we get into our last topic? What do you want to see in this Bills game?
I'd like to see a few of the veterans play just to get in football shape, because running and jogging isn't football shape. Just a few, just to get hit, just to get ready to go, and then hit the ground running for the first game of the season. But and also timing is so important. Practice is one thing, but games are another. Again, I think early games, like the first 3-4 games of the season, were much better quality than they are now, because now there's not as much practice, obviously. And like Rome said, the first 2, 3, 4 games are almost like spring training, maybe just a level or two up from spring training, spring camp. So, again, I don't take a whole lot from exhibition football. I don't think the coaches do either. I think, they're looking for certain individuals to see what they do, but as a team, as a whole, because not all the good players are out on all the starters not on the field at the same time. Okay, you'll get a rookie, a veteran. You'll get a guy who might not make the team. You'll get a guy who's there just to fill in a hole. So really, it doesn't matter to me if they win or lose. But you just want to see certain individuals. Like you want to see Aaron Rodgers maybe go, 4 for 5 for 65 yards, something like that. You want to see maybe Mount Washington catch 2 passes for 40-some yards, something like that. But and you want to see, a couple rookies or Duggar and Max do well in the offensive line. But as a whole, I don't think they're worried about it too much. I don't put too much stock into it.
One player I'd like to see, the number 1 pick from last year, Derek Harmon. I'd like to see more. Smoking Joe said it earlier. He's not really made many plays, and he's played quite a bit. I'd like to see a little more out of him. I mean, you're a number 1 pick. I would have liked to see more progress from him by now. So we'll see. It's not the regular season, but last preseason you saw a little more force. He was, putting pressure on the quarterback. While he wasn't getting a lot of sacks, he was making his presence felt, and you haven't seen it at all this preseason. So that's concerning for me. I would have liked to seen a little more from that. But that's one thing. Ralph?
Well, you guys all hit it right on the head here, with most of the stuff that I want to see. What I'm interested in is I want to see some of these mistakes get corrected. I mean, personal fouls. I mean, come on, Ben Skoranek. You know better. Cole Holcomb in that first game, personal foul. I mean, you got to clean up the mistakes because we're going into the regular season, and you still have 2 weeks even after this game to clean it up. But clean it up now. Expose them now and clean them up later and get them moving, because if you know what your mistakes are, you can clean them up. And I want to see them clean up their mistakes in this game and actually come out here, play a clean game, win the game, see what kind of talent you have, and get ready to go into the regular season, fired up, pumped up, ready to play. And, so we'll see that's what I'm looking for in this game. Clean up these mistakes.
Absolutely. All right. Fillmore, did you already went?
Yep. I got my piece.
All right, cool. All right, last thing of the day, man. With college starting this weekend, I just wanted to get our top 10 teams. I'll go first. I don't know if you guys are ready, but I got my list ready. So, all right. I think it's going to be starting off my precinct. I got Ohio State. Team is absolutely loaded. They got the number one receiver. They got the Julian Sands coming back. Now, they lost a lot on defense. Number one pick after first rounder, but that offense is going to be back. Notre Dame is loaded. They have a cupcake of a schedule. I think they might go undefeated or maybe one loss if you look at their schedule. They don't play a whole lot. That maybe Miami could give them some trouble, but outside of that, I have them favored heavily in every game. Oregon, Indiana's not getting enough love. I still think they're going to be right in the mix. They got Josh Hoover from TCU. Georgia's loaded. Miami, I like their quarterback. Arch Manning. Browns seem like they're still trying to tank for Arch Manning. After what I didn't know 3 for 5 and an interception gets you a starting job in the NFL, but for the Browns, I guess it does. But I have them number 7 with Texas. 8, I got LSU. Lane Kiffin is trying to get any player that has eligibility left that gets cut from an NFL team to play for LSU. But I have them number 8. 9, BYU. BYU is going to surprise some people. Number 10, Marcel Reese and Texas A&M. And that's what I have for mine. I went down to 26, but
those Did you mention Oklahoma, Luth?
I didn't say Oklahoma. I had them down at number 18.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
I'm at number 18.
I have them in the top 10, but 18. That's kind of low for me. Okay. Wow.
Right. Yeah. I just think SEC is going to give them some losses. Okay. All right. You want to go next? Fillmore, what you got for us?
Oh yeah. So number 10, I got Texas A&M. Number 9, Indiana. 8, LSU. 7, Ole Miss. They have a quarterback, man, Trinidad Chambliss, man. He gonna be all right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Notre Dame. I'm sorry, Texas. I still have reservations about Arch. He got better at the end of last year, but I don't know why people want to tank for him. It's like right now getting him will be like getting Trey Lance.
Ooh.
Yeah,
come on, Trey Lance is diabolical. Come on.
Listen, I don't have no.
Oh, you're fine right now.
Look, I seen him last year. I was like, yeah.
Okay, that's
you put that stank on it.
Right? Yeah, man. So then I got Notre Dame. Notre Dame is going to be nice, man. Miami, they had that sophomore receiver. This dude is bananas, man. I can't remember Tony. Oh my God, this young kid.
Malachi Tony.
Man, he is dope, man.
Yeah, he is.
I got OSU at number 2 spot, and number 1 I got Oregon because I think Dante Moore is better. They have the best quarterback in the game right now in Oregon.
Okay. Okay. All right, like that. All right, Claudia, what you got?
I'm gonna go with 6 of them. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma at 6.
Okay.
Oregon, I just don't see them winning the whole thing. They have the team, but they never seem to finish the job. I'm gonna go with 5 for them. 4, I'm gonna go with Indiana. I think they're gonna have another good year. 3, this is where it gets a little funny for me. I'm gonna go with Ohio State because they did lose a lot defensively.
They
Okay,
did.
and teams are into the offense now, so I think they're going to give up a lot of points, which means I think the offenses are going to commit a lot of turnovers. Number 2 and number 1, I was flip flopping back and forth, but because of the scheduling, I'm going to go with Georgia number 2, and the championship game is going to be Georgia against Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a very easy schedule. Easy.
Yeah.
It's not a good schedule, and because they are Notre Dame, they're going to get a lot of hype, a lot of votes. I think they'll be number 1. I think the end of the season, I think it'll be Notre Dame versus Georgia. Last year, my dark horse was Miami to make some noise, and my dark horse this year is number 6 Oklahoma. I think they're going to surprise some teams, and but I'm still going with the championship game, Notre Dame versus Georgia.
Okay, Georgia.
And I think Georgia will win it though.
Okay. All right, Big Row. Michigan. No, I know you don't have Michigan in there.
They like that. I got them in top 15. I got Michigan top 15 though. Yeah.
Michigan ain't going to do it, man. I can't see Big Blue.
Are you okay? Are you good?
Come on, I seen their quarterback struggling last year.
Hey, little dude, man. You go through this go over and over again, man. See, you get me started. I didn't even start saying anything.
I just hope you ain't put Michigan in the top 10.
You know what you're doing. I have enough respect to say that I too need to see some more improvement from my quarterback in order to put them in the top 10. But that's not to say that they're not in my top 15.
Right. Thank you.
Because the rest of the team is dope, and it's not like he doesn't have any weapons because them legs work. He was the number one quarterback. He was the number 1 quarterback overall for a reason. So we got some coaches.
He don't want to run.
We got some coaches. We got some coaches in here this year. Let me just say that. And them coaches are certified. Let me start, man. You wasting time. Sorry to get on 2K. Listen, 2K is waiting for me upstairs. I came downstairs for you. 2K came out today.
Oh, that's funny. Okay,
I'm doing this for you. This is for the love right here. This is for the 151 days. That's we're gonna go back to that.
You going way back? All right,
way back. The pregame.
The pregame.
I got Ole Miss at number 10. I got Texas Tech at number 9. Indiana at number 8. I have Miami at number 7. I got BYU at 6.
Okay.
I have Texas at 5. I have Oregon at 4. I have Notre Dame at 3. I have Ohio State at 2 and Georgia at 1. Ryan Day will find a way to mess it up. So I can't put him at number 1 because he'll screw it up as usual.
Y'all be on Ryan Day, but y'all like he didn't win a championship already. Dang.
He should have won 3.
Should have won 3? Okay. All right, bro.
With the talent that he has, number 1 overall talent every single year.
And so
he had the best receiver the past 3 years in college.
You put Indiana's quarterback.
He had the quarterback all them years.
If the right coach will have the right quarterback in there, that tells you everything you need to know about Ryan Day. He's a bum.
Oh, come on, man. All right. Oh, we got Bob still. We got Oklahoma 10, Ole Miss 9, Texas A&M, Georgia, Notre Dame, Indiana 5, Texas, Miami, Florida. TCU number 3.
TCU? Rob, TCU dog at 3?
Oh, come on. North Carolina number 2. Okay, he must be a Patriot, Bill Belichick. Man. And Ohio State number 1.
Come on. Come on, still?
3, still. Come on, bro.
I know who Steele was. That must be Smoking Jim's nephew.
Right.
Smoking gym picks right there.
Hey, yo, Rob, I was with you till TCU, dog. I was with you till TCU.
Crazy. I like your quarterback.
He went back
like
to
TCU
back.
quarterback. But don't they play this weekend? One of them dudes is going to look. One of them is going to catch a loss the first game of the season, right? Yeah, they play this weekend.
Yeah.
So that top 10 is going to be ruined immediately. But no,
Hey, Carolina wasn't good last year, man. I don't know what Belichick was doing with them games.
Hey, but they got our boy David Davis over there, so I can't wait to see him though. I'm excited about that. That's my squad. Yeah, over there. I knew I had the squad, man. Hey, we gonna be
my dog. Word up.
Appreciate it, man. But I appreciate any final thoughts, man. It was a great show, man. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through. Thanks for all the calls, everybody who tapped in. Maybe we'll see you at the games. We're going to be at the KDK Classic, and then we got Amani next week. I can't wait to get started following them all season, so we'll be doing their home games. So for Claudio, Ralph had to leave a little earlier. For Big Rome, for Fillmore, I'm Luther. We'll check you out next time. Check out the website, Steel City Sports World. Peace.
Yo, get ready, the game's about to ignite. Steel City Sports World. We ready to fight. From the steel to the field, we bring the heat. Luther J. Dupree Jr., ain't nobody can compete. Welcome to the show where the legends collide. Smoking Jim and Claudio right by my side. We break it down hard, raw like a hammer. From the Pirates to the Steelers, we light up the banner. Pittsburgh pride, straight from the heart. We cover every angle with a real work of art. Panthers making moves, high school shining bright in the Steel City. Yo, we ready for the fight. Steel City Sports World, nobody does it better. But Fillmore, Big Rome, we're the trendsetter. Ralph RW Media, bringing the vibes. Passion in our talk, you know we keep it live. In the Steel Town, where the grit meets the grind. We break it all down, we'll never fall behind. Aggressive like the players, we ride the high wave. Informing the masses, it's the truth we pave. With football fever, baseball dreams, Pittsburgh's got the hustle, ripping at the seams. Intensity unmatched, this is pure dedication. Your source for the game, this is our foundation. Steel City Sports World, we bring the truth. Aggressive and raw, we speak for the youth. From the pitch to the court, we lay it all down. In the heart of the city, we wear the crown. No bias, no fakes, it's the real deal here. We dissect every moment, keep your vision clear. We'll take you from the highs to the lows of the game. In the Steel City, we all feel the same. Luther's got the vision, the fire, the spark. As we dive into battles under the street lights dark. Let's talk about legends, from parks to pro plays. In the Steel City Sports World, we're here to stay. From the raw of the crowd to the end of the play, we break the news raw, there's no other way. With every play analyzed, every call put in place. Steel City Sports World, we own this space. So grab your gear, it's time to engage. In the world of sports, we set the stage. Luther smoking Jim and Claudio, ball of your rise. Bringing Steel City pride, straight to the skies. Nobody does